Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about the initial assessment for Australian Dental Council licensing exam. So first you have to go to the Australian Dental Council homepage. You just have to Google ADC exam. In that you can go to the homepage, and there are different categories like general dentist, dental hygienist. So select the general dentist part. In the previous video, I've already told that there are three steps, major hurdles for you. That is, first the initial assessment, second is the first is the initial assessment, second one is the written examination, and once you clear the written examination, you have to appear for the practical exam, and you are a licensed dentist in Australia once you clear the practical exam. So, what are the time frame? What are the amount or the expense that we have to meet? Everything I have explained in the previous video. In this, I am going to explain about the initial assessment. So, initial assessment, the eligibility for applying for the initial assessment is the minimum 4-year full-time degree or diploma. Then the time frame is 8 weeks. Cost is $628 Australian dollars, and for renewal it is 258 Australian dollars. Sometimes it changes a little bit, it increases a little bit. So the validity for this is 7 years, and the assessment time frame is 8 weeks. So to know more about that, you can press the learn more button. Then comes the initial assessment. In the initial assessment, eligibility and all I have already told. First thing you have to do in the initial assessment part is to create an ADC Connect account. So in that you will need a mail ID, password and all to register. The second part is to identify the application type. So it is written very nicely that in what category and all we have to apply, whether we need skills assessment or not. Then the third part is for initial assessment. So what are the documents required for the initial assessment, including the current passport, recent passport photo, then the certificates, dental qualification certificates, academic transcripts, internship certificate, license, and the passport photograph should be in which form. It is written either in PNG form. It must be clear. Every detailed explanation is given under this part. Then the other part which took a little bit time for me is the letter of good standing to the ADCs. We can see under this, a letter of good standing should be sent to the ADC from our dental council. So first you have to apply to the dental council, your dental council where you are registered. Then you have to pay money to them. They have a format and they will do that and send it to the ADC. So once this letter reach the dental council, Australian dental council, then only your initial assessment will be fulfilled. So the last part is to receive an initial assessment outcome. So once you apply, after the time which I already mentioned, if the application is successful, you can appear for the written examination. Like you can do things, the application, the amount to be paid, everything we can do for written examination. And if it is incomplete or if some problem is there, they will inform you either in a mail. They will inform you so that you can make the changes and send it back to them. Sometimes the documents may not be clear, and they will ask for another PDF or another mail. Once you send that, and they assess that, and if it is successful, you can appear for the written examination. And you have to understand one thing: this initial assessment is valid only for 7 years. So once you have applied, once you apply for this and it is successful, then it is applicable for 7 years. And next comes the written examination. Written examination I'll explain in another video. So this is the things that you should keep in mind when you are applying for the initial assessment part of Australian Dental Council licensing exam.